Grant Torgerson in public speaking at Colby Community College, and my audience for this will be
Robert Torgerson,
Jackson Brantley,
Jordan Dravich,
Rachel Howard,
Sutton Torgerson.
and today I'll be presenting an informative paper over the risk of tobacco products, and my goal for this informative speech will to establish how dangerous these products are and help educate those who already use tobacco products, like my friend, and younger generations to prevent future problems. To start, I want to tell a story. I remember being a little kid and seeing my dad spit into bottles and thinking, what is that? And wanting to be like my dad. And I would chug a Gatorade bottle or a water bottle and start to spit into it. At such a young age, I was not aware that such a risk my dad was taking while spitting into these bottles of tobacco products. People do not understand that tobacco products are the leading cause of preventable diseases in the U.S., with more than 480,000 deaths per year according to the National Cancer Society. Young people who start using tobacco products think that it will be easy to quit and whenever they want to, and they do not understand the risk they are taking every time they light a cigarette or put a pinch of tobacco in their mouth. 36.5 million people do not understand that they are flirting with life-threatening diseases every single time they do so. I understand how addicting these tobacco products are because I have been dipping since I was 15. Even though my dentist tells me that my gum lines will be receding even more than they already have, I still take the risk. I continue to use tobacco while playing baseball in my everyday life. This is why today I'm talking about the risk of using tobacco products and the harm it does to not only you, but the people in your everyday lives. To get a better understanding the risk people are taking, I'll be talking about smoking products, smokeless tobacco, and the harming the people around you with these products. We'll start off with smoking products. There are over 36.5 million people who use cigarettes according to the Centers of Disease and Control Prevention. 24.4% of smokers end up with lung cancer, and that may not seem like a very high number compared to how many people smoke, but when you hear that people who have never smoked only have a 0.2% chance of acquiring lung disease, this is a drastic jump in percentages. This is not the only negative effect of using smoking products, also heart disease. According to heart.org, heart disease from smoking causes more than 440,000 of the 2.4 cases of cardiovascular troubles every year. Cigarettes can also cause high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and obesity. All these lead to heart disease and cardiovascular problems in your everyday lives. If you're like me and have family members that already have heart problems, these products can drastically increase your percentage of chances of having some. These effects are not worth the risk of getting a slight buzz or relaxation from these products. Other risks can be mouth cancer, teeth decay, and many other problems in the mouth area. Next will be smokeless tobacco. Smokeless tobacco. Most people who use smokeless tobacco, such as loose leaf products, think that it is a safe alternative to cigarettes. In reality, this tells us that dip and chew are just as dangerous. According to Oral Cancer Foundation, your chance of getting cancer in the gum or cheek area is 50% greater than those who do not use these products. The average age of a first-time user of smokeless tobacco is 13 years of age. This is an incredibly staggering number considering the legal age to buy these products is 18 years old in all of the United States. As smoking does, smokeless tobacco can also cause risk of cardiovascular problems and high blood pressure. The nicotine gets into your bloodstream through the lining of your mouth and gastrointestinal tract. Nicotine can also cause heartbeats to be faster and blood pressure to rise, according to the National Cancer Society. Having 8 to 10 dips a day can give you 30 times the amount of nicotine cigarettes does for a daily cigarette user. Leukoplakia, which are oral lesions that appear as white patches on the cheeks, gums, and tongue, are commonly found on smokeless tobacco users. These are early signs of oral cancer and can be found in 75% of users. Lastly, harming the people around you. Not only does using tobacco harm you and the risk of your life, but also can harm the people around you in your everyday life. For example, smoking cigarettes. Secondhand smoke to all the people around you, which could be just as dangerous, if not having the cigarette in your own mouth. The risk of lung cancer and development goes up 26% when a child is given off secondhand smoke. is not only risking your life but the people around you. It can be just as harmful if you're not careful. Even using smokeless tobacco affects those around you because your family member never wants to see someone with an addiction have cancer with such a bad struggle. In conclusion, the risk of using tobacco in your everyday life is like playing Russian roulette. It may be funny the way it sounds, but even though you think the risk of cancer, heart disease, and high blood pressure would never happen to you, they are very possible. Smokeless tobacco, smoking, and harming the people around you of using these products have research to back up the risk of every day. Getting that simple buzz or using the product is not worth the risk you have of what could be detrimental to your everyday life. It is taking a step in the wrong direction and inviting cancer and other diseases potentially into your life. Seeing my dad and people around me use tobacco has led me to using tobacco in my everyday life. Like most people, I think none of these diseases will ever happen to me. After looking at the numbers and the research, I now know the risk I am taking dipping every day. Smoking and smokeless tobacco is not worth the risk that comes with it, so the next time you, a family member, or a friend decides to put one of these products in your mouth, just know that it is bad news and can cause many harmful health issues. For those who do use the product already, it is not going to be easy stopping, but once you do, you will see you'll see your life heading in a better direction, knowing that you and your family members around you are in a safer place. Lastly, my sources once again were the CDC, American Heart Association, and Oral Cancer Foundation. Thank you.